Hello, people. Long time, very long time without coming here. Yeah, but I'm here again. Okay, let me, yes, now I'm trying to correct the camera. So everything's okay. Everyone is walking, surviving. You shouldn't have just surviving people. You have to live. Okay, this is one part of my heritage. Okay, it's part of my DNA. I have everything on my blood. I have African, I have European, I have South America, North America. Yeah, the only thing I don't have is Asian or Chinese. No, it's not in my blood. But most of the countries in Europe I have. Some countries of South America and North America I have. Even Neanderthal on my blood. Yeah, I am a mixture of everything. That's why I can talk. I can talk because I have a foot in most of the countries in this planet. You have been facing challenges lately, don't we? Big challenge in the planet. Situation is not very nicely. Yeah, lots of hatred. But what I want to talk today, I'm going to do some videos, even politics, because I love politics. I have been fighting against against traditions and everything during my life when I was teenager and was a young woman. I have been challenging all these traditions, being a black sheep now and then. Yes. So yeah, yeah. I was. My father used to say that I was, the the burden on his foot, the being, little beings inside his foot. He was never able to take off. Always disturbing. So that's why I have the authority to talk of challenges, of changes, because I have been there. Yeah, I am from the hippie time, the hippie people, the one that was rebelling against all these traditions. Yes, I was there, done that, have the T-shirt. But I want to talk about something very serious. We are facing changes. And to be honest with you, I was expecting the changes to be for the better. I know it's going to be for the better in time, but not right now. Right now, what you have been seeing is a lot of death, innocent people being killed. You can see this problem in Iran. You can see this problem in Ukraine, Africa, Asia, Pakistan fighting Indian fighting Pakistan. Countries up there in the Orient fighting each other. Yeah. Their own people killing their own people. This has been the history of our planet since the beginning. 150,000 years of civilization has been that struggle, that fight. If you go back to history, the first murder in this planet was two brothers fighting each other. One killed the other. Brothers. What's happened now in the Middle East is brothers fighting brothers. The same thing that happens thousand and thousand years ago. Same thing. It's like a pattern. So the masters that came to this planet, many, you had many. Recently you had Buddha, Confucius, Zoroaster, Jesus, all preaching love, acceptance, compassion, empathy to others. But you have been running the opposite way. Jesus had no, Jesus was, he accepted everyone. He had no discrimination. He didn't discriminate no one. He was able to talk to everyone. He talked to prostitutes. He talked to taxpayer. Yeah. He talked to blind people. He talked to disabled people, to sick people. Remember the woman from Samaria, the Samaritan woman, discriminated by everyone in the village. And Jesus was there waiting for her on that well of water, that cistern where she came every midday to collect some water. And Jesus was there. And Jesus asked her for water. And then she was surprised that a Jew man talked to a woman and a prostitute. And Jesus said to her, "Oh, woman, if you know who is talking to you." And she changed her life from the moment on. And Jesus was going to a town where a taxpayer, a revenue man, hated by everyone in the town. No one likes Zacchaeus, no one likes him. Zacchaeus, he was, do you know what people did when he was passing? Spit on the floor. But he was curious about Jesus. He wants to know who was that man that was talking to everyone and multiplying fishes and multiplying bread. Who is that man? But he was a short man, very short. And Jesus, when he was walking, a lot of people around him, not because they love Jesus, but they love what Jesus did for them. Curing, healing people, multiplying food. That's why people want, need, needy people. But Zacchaeus didn't need anything from Jesus. He was rich. He had everything. But he was curious about that man. But because he was short, he decided to climb a tree in order to see him. He wants just to see Jesus. He didn't want anything from Jesus. Nothing. He just wants to see him, how he looks like. They told him he was tall, handsome, everything that Zacchaeus was not. But Jesus was poor. Jesus didn't have any money. And why people was after him? So Zacchaeus wants to know why. He climbed that tree. He calculated where Jesus will go through the city. So he calculated the road and then he climbed the tree and wait up there. But even Zacchaeus didn't calculate where Jesus was going past. Jesus would never miss that man. Never. Because Jesus wants to talk to that man. But Zacchaeus didn't know about it. And Jesus came slowly because the multitude was around him. And then when he caught that tree, he stopped under the tree. Probably that man's heart was just running, rushing, beating fast. Why he stopped here? So he had a better way of looking at him. But the surprise was when Jesus looked up and said his name. Can you imagine? Put you in his place. What you would feel. How dare he talks to me because people doesn't like me? Why he's talking to me? And my name? Revealing where I am. But what surprises more Zacchaeus was that what Jesus said to him, "Come down, man. I want to stay in your house. I want to spend the night in your house." Can you imagine? In that moment, Zacchaeus was completely transformed. Why? Because Jesus don't discriminate him because he was a tax collector. Jesus loved him, and this transformed that man's life forever. Because loves, when it's pure and when it's true, transforms people's lives. Jesus just left 2 commandments, just 2. Love your God as you love above everything. Love in your heart, love in your brain, in your deeds. Love God above everything and love your neighbor. Love the person nearby you as you love yourself. Just 2 commandments. Love God and love your fellow man. Just 2. Because when you love God, you love the nature. You love everything that is around you. You love the planet. You preserve the planet because it's creation of Him. And when you love yourself, love your neighbor as you love yourself. You don't want to do bad to your neighbor because you don't want to do bad to yourself. The problem today is you don't love ourselves. When you don't love ourselves, you are not going to love anyone else. You are not going to love even nature. You are not going to love even God. Because when you love yourself, we want to preserve everything. You want to care about everything. You have to care about you and about the environment around you. The problem today, you don't love ourselves. So how you gonna come love the neighbor or the other one or the planet or God? Because Jesus said, if you don't love your brother that you can see, how you gonna love God that you can't see? Now, how you gonna love ourselves? That's the question. How I'm gonna love myself? Why make me love myself? And then it's like um, a circle. I love myself because I know I am unique, because I know I have been made to do something here. I love myself because I'm grateful for being here. I am grateful for God making the way I am. So it's like if you don't love God, you don't love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you don't love God. It's like, the circle of the snake that eats their own tail. It's one thing links to another. One thing that makes me understand my own self was knowledge. Knowledge. knowledge about everything, not just about what's going on around, but knowledge of the past, knowledge of the universe, astronomy, yeah, of the history of humanity, knowledge, complete knowledge. When we study, when you applicate yourself to understand, to meditate in what you see, observation, then we start to see how great everything is. When you see that photo of the blue dot on the sky, you look at this blue dot, everything is dark around. It's like nothing else, just that little dot floating in the space. And this earth, you start to understand how great that thing is. This blue dot is our vessel. This dot is our vehicle traveling in this huge space. We have some other vessels around, other vehicles, other planets. The sun is our commander, and our commander is linked to other commanders. It's like what's the name of when they are a lot of airplanes traveling together? When you look at the the site where you can see all this the track of the airplanes, you can see how many there are around, millions of airplanes flying around, going to everywhere. I follow when my kids traveling, I follow their plane to see everything's okay. It's me. And then it's like this, our Orion arm, lots of little solar systems, and our Orion arm with all these little systems, solar systems, is part of a big galaxy. We are traveling in high speed, and you can feel it. We are traveling at high speed in the universe. Going to where? I don't know. You don't know. But you are in this vessel, in this vehicle, traveling the universe, going somewhere that you don't know. And the amazing thing is, you can get out of this vessel, you can get out of this vehicle. And doesn't matter if you get out of this vehicle, if you take another one, another planet, you are going to the same way, the same destiny. The only way for you to change destiny of this vessel that you are in is if you leave that vessel and jump to other galaxy, not even planet, even Orion, even to the center of our galaxy, you're going to go to the same way. The only way for you to get off this vehicle that is Earth now to other direction, if you jump to other galaxy, because all galaxies go into different ways, different destinies. And when you learn about it, then you start to love yourself, to understand. Knowledge sets you free to love, to understand, to please, to bless what you have got here. So the only thing that I advise you is study. Study history. Study the astronomy. Study anything that's interesting you. Go to the history of our civilizations, the old civilizations, and see the way it behaves, what was going on there and what's going on now. Study about the big masters. Study about Confucius. Study about Lao Tse. Study about Zoroaster. Study about Jesus. Study about Buddha. Study about all these gods from India. You are gonna understand the history of humanity, and you're going to start to understand your history, and then you're going to start to bless whatever you have got now, and then probably start to love yourself, and then probably you're going to be able to love your neighbor, and probably you're going to be able to love God, the creator of everything. My message for today is that one: love yourself as you love your neighbor. Love your neighbor as you love yourself, and love God above everything. Bye bye.